Hello and welcome to the channel. So, uh I say let's get into it. We have already got some hits already. Because if you can recall, well, I've did like two readings already for you guys. So if you haven't seen them, definitely watch them. It's a I mention it in the first 100 days, and also in the 2025, the predictions for 2025. And so, uh, even though I mention it in the first 100 days, I go into more detail about like the year of what I'm picking up for, with the 2025 predictions. So I had gave a date. All right. So between December 28th through January 3rd, I had gave a date saying that there was going to be to pay attention to that particular time frame. Uh, and I know that the implosion of MAGA was happening because they're upset because of Elon pretty much called them stupid. So uh, that was going on, but for some reason I just didn't feel like that was it, and also it started before the 28th time frame. um, and so what happened during this time frame, we have okay, so we're going into the 28th with the MAG implosion still happening. And then on the 29th, that's when President Jimmy Carter passed away at 100 years old. That's when he passed away. And for some reason, something kept telling me this is not it. Like I felt like there was going to be more during this time period, because I had such a big time period of, the 28th through the 3rd, and it did not disappoint. It just seemed like every single day that there was something happening. Okay, so again, the December 29th, President Jimmy Carter died. And we talked about that for the 29th through the 30th. Okay. People are still talking about it still to this day, but it felt like those 2 days, it really did consume a lot of, I would say, space, just him passing away. And then now we move into the 31st. Okay. Now, Puerto Rico is plunged into darkness. So I'm getting about, I believe it was like a little over half of the island were without power. I think it was roughly 1.3 to 1.7. I'm not exactly sure, but between that number of citizens that did not have power. I believe it started to begin to come back on during the first, but during the 31st, many people were without power there in Puerto Rico. But then that evening, what happened? A man drove from Texas uh, all the way to Louisiana, I believe, Bourbon Street, and he drove his vehicle into a crowd. I believe he kills 15, injures 30. Okay. And I believe he was somebody within the army. I believe the army sergeant. Okay. So on the 31st, on the eve, he did that. That's what happened. And then we go into the first. All right. So the first, now we have uh another somebody else from the army. I believe he was part of the special elite forces. Okay. And he rented a vehicle, rented a cyber truck, to be specific about this. He rented a cyber truck, and he's from Colorado. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to remember and recall these details. He drove from Colorado in to Las Vegas, and he killed himself. Okay, and then after that, he, I guess, like somehow, like the some fireworks or gasoline, something happened that blew the vehicle up, blew this cyber truck up in front of Trump Tower. Okay, so And it's just so weird because he was a Trump supporter. He's a MAGA. I just didn't even understand. I mean, with the symbolization of that of him with the whole Elon, getting the truck, the cyber truck, and blowing it up in front of Trump Tower. It just, for me, is just like literally and figuratively the relationship that's going to happen between Elon and Donald. This type of relationship they have, and so we have that going on the first. Okay, and that right there it injured 7 people, but it only killed one, which was himself. He killed himself within in the vehicle before the car blew up. And then also what was happening was this. January 1st, and I also mentioned this in I believe it was the predictions for 2025. um there is, okay, so the first, they've been talking about this snow and ice storm that is coming, but in my predictions I'm not picking up that there was like any type of weather, severe, like really really bad weather for this month. And with this particular ice storm, I feel like it's not going to be as bad as we believe that it's going to be. So these are some of the places they were talking about on the news. There's some areas they were talking about: southern Missouri, North Carolina, West Virginia, the mountains of Virginia, and Kentucky. And so this is what I was getting. I was getting South Missouri and North Carolina. I don't feel like they have really anything to like worry about as far as like the severe ice storm. Because I believe there was going to be power is going to go out, power outages, and travel restrictions. Okay, but I feel like South Missouri and North Carolina won't have those type of um, those extremes like that. Now, I'm not saying that might not happen in some places, but I'm just not getting that it's going to be on this massive scale like they believe it's going to be. Also, what I'm getting for West Virginia mountains, I'm getting West Virginia and the mountains of Virginia. I am getting there. It's going to be like partial. So there's going to be areas that's going to have some power outages and some travel restrictions that are happening. Now, Kentucky. Now, I feel like with Kentucky, that's where they're going to have a lot of power outages and travel restrictions there in Kentucky. So that's what I'm getting for that. But I'm not feeling that it's going to be like this major ice storm, snowstorm that's coming through. Um, yeah, that's what I'm picking up for that. And so, and they were also saying like worrying about some nocturnal tornadoes during this particular time, and this is the potential of them during this particular time. Like again, like I feel it's going to be more Kentucky. This stuff is going to be focused more in Kentucky than anywhere else. Okay, and so now to January 2nd. All right. Um, there's okay, wow, right. So now what I'm getting for this right here, there were 10 injured in a shooting outside of Queens, a Queens music venue. And but there were just 10 people injured within this shooting. And that happened on the second, okay? And then the third. Now we have Mike Johnson. He was trying to not trying. He was going for the position of the Speaker of the House. And then what happens? He didn't make it on the first vote. He did make it, but what they did was somehow like pause it in some kind of way, didn't gavel it in, so he didn't have to go to a second vote, and people were able to go up and change their vote. And so two different people went up there, and eventually, because I guess he cut some deal with them, and two people out of the three changed their mind, and then he was able to move through and become the Speaker of the House. But of course, we have the drama of that on the third. And so Oh, yeah. And then on that day, we find out that Trump will be sentenced on January 10th with the Judge Merchan case. And I believe that's with the hush money case, I believe. And so he's going to be sentenced. We found that out on the 3rd that he was going to be sentenced on the 10th. So those are the hits that we got so far for January. And as they keep coming in, I'll just keep updating and putting up new videos to let you know what we got. So again, I want to say thank you so much and many blessings. And yeah, if you have like any, I would love to hear what you guys have to say about anything that I am picking up. If so, please comment below. And if you made it this far, please subscribe to my channel. So thank you and bye bye. I'm giving away a standard detail reading to one lucky subscriber. How do you enter? Click the giveaway video linked below or in the related video section. Watch the video and the winner will be selected randomly. Let's grow this amazing community. Thank you for joining me on the Collective in Predictions blog. If you're enjoying this content and want to stay connected, make sure to subscribe to our newsletter. By subscribing, you'll receive exclusive updates, special offers, and more insights directly to your inbox. Just scroll down to the bottom of the page and click on the join button with the white crystals to join our community. Looking forward to connecting with you.